94.3 WYBC, the rhythm of the city and home of the Juan Castillo Morning Show. Good morning, New Haven. This is Moving Target. I'm your host, Jay Kemp. And with me, as always, is my brother, Remedy Sharif. What's good, bro?
Peace. Super Saturday.
Oh, let's make sure we got your mic on.
Super Saturday. You can't hear. Super. Hello.
Hey, try that.
Hello.
No, we don't hear you. Let's get you right. What about you, Grace? You here with us?
I'm here.
So we got Grace.
Where my mic at, man? My mic don't. Hey, where my mic at, man? My mic don't sound nice. Check one.
All right, we got you there, though.
All right.
Yeah, we might have to do that.
Well, it's Super Saturday, and we here and
on this beautiful rainy
peace
Saturday.
and blessings, you know.
So salute to everybody who's out there right now listening. We have a really important show, so we're not going to delay on anything. We're going to get right into it. And we have with us Earl Capel.
Bless. Good morning.
And we also have Yo Booty Wop Wop.
My man.
Oh, yeah.
My mic messing up too? Come on, man.
Let's show.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You woke everybody up.
Uh-huh.
So we got Yo Booty Wop Watley, Earl Capel, and you brothers are here because both of you have been involved with the situation, the viral video that's going out right now on as far as this white van, right? So just to give everybody context, there's been talk about a white van that's going around in New Haven picking up, trying to snatch up kids, trying to snatch up women, as far as I know. One second, Justin, you want to check the mics? So there's a white van that's been going around trying to snatch up kids, trying to snatch up women. All right, that's so far what I found out a couple weeks ago, and even other kids were talking about it. Right. When I did research on it a couple weeks ago, Grace, we were going to do a show on human trafficking because this is what I heard was going on. And so when I did research about it, from what I found, there was no van going around doing anything. Allegedly, that the police were saying, no, it's fine, this is a hoax, this, that, and the third, something that's just going on online. I think they said that they'll take the windshield wipers and cross them, and if you see that, that's a sign that if you come around and try to fix them, you're gonna get. Oh, was that it? Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Try to get it off. That
Right.
was when they'll come get you.
Right.
They had someone in Walmart who they said a lady in Walmart trying to sell perfume to women, and when she goes to rub it on your hand, you smell it, it somehow knocks you out, and that's when they take you. So there's been so many rumors.
Yeah. All right, so there's been so many rumors, and I don't know exactly what's real.
Right.
All right.
Right.
And so when I went on social media, which I'm not on a lot, you know what I mean? Actually, no. I went on social media and I saw that people were commenting that something happened on the video to an innocent person because of the white man hoax.
Wow.
That this wasn't real, and because people thought it was real, they attacked somebody, who was innocent. After I found that out, I spoke with Rem and I said, listen, we're not going to do the show on human trafficking this week. We're going to cover the drug culture because of what happened with Juice WRLD. But then two fathers actually ended up, approaching Juan and Ram approaching you, letting you know, this happened to my daughters.
Right.
Or one of them said this happened to my daughters, another one called another father. And so Earl, this is what brought you here. And same with you, Yo. Same with you. And there's another father who's not here who was also affected by the situation, correct?
So let me just say that I've heard a lot about this as well. You know what I mean? Living in the radio, being from the radio. We've all heard this thing about the white van and things like that. And when I initially seen what happened, I caught it over Messenger, and seen that it was one of my family members. You know what I mean? So I immediately reached out to because that's my big brother. That's family. And like I told you, I said, bro, we really need to look into this because I know E. You know what I mean? I know Earl, a lot of my life, and I'm like, nah, this brother's character is impeccable, always has. You know what I mean? And if he's saying something, he's not gonna say something blindly. You know what I mean? There's something to this that we really need. And plus, you know how I go. It's my family, so you know I'm on 1,000.
So Earl, let's start with you. So as much as you can of exactly what happened. And now this was your daughter that this happened.
Yes, this is my daughter. Well, she lives down in Brookside, and she was on the way to the bus stop to pick my granddaughter up from the bus stop. So the white van comes down the street, loops around, and comes back. Now it's on the side of her as she's walking by. So the guy's yelling, "I want you. I want you." Right? So the bus stop is like the next block, and that's where people is up there. So she hurried up and got over there.
What time is it at this time?
This was like 4.
Oh, so it's almost getting dark.
Right, it's like 4 o'clock. You know, it's winter time now. So, so she hurry up and goes over there. So now they park the van. The driver gets out, and he walks over there. So everybody's looking at him like, "Can we help you? Like, what do you want? You have a kid on this bus?" And he's pointing at my daughter. "I want you."
Now, how old does she say? How old this dude was?
I don't know how old he is, but by looking at him on the video, he looks around in his 40s.
And he was black.
I think he was. I don't know if he was Spanish, but he wasn't black.
Okay.
I don't know if he was. I don't know what he was. But
Yeah.
He wasn't black. So now some of the street, some neighborhood guys that was over there, they seen the commotion, and you seen a little video. They gave the guy a little street justice, and the other dude was able.
They whooped his.
Yeah, give him a little street justice.
As they should. But yeah.
You sure? And luckily, different neighborhood, it would have ended it totally different.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So somehow the other guy gets away. The other guy, I don't know how he got away, but he got away. If you watch the video, you see another white van pull up, and it goes down the direction that the dude went. The one that got away. So I don't know if that was. I don't know.
Okay, so it might have been another white van or the white van that he.
No, another white van.
It was another white van.
Another white van pull up and went down towards the direction that he went. Because you seen some pictures, you seen him on the phone. So I don't know. Not saying that that's exactly what happened, but I'm just saying. But on the video, you see another white van pull up.
Did they hold him? So when they were giving him the business, did they hold him there and wait for the cops to come?
Yeah, absolutely. And they said it took like a half an hour for the cops to get there.
Really?
So, in policing, this is the time that kids are getting out of school. It should be police circling. It should be,
immediately.
It's crazy. Like a half an hour for abduction.
Yeah.
Attempted abduction call.
Right.
That's.
So they're holding the dude down. They're waiting for the cops to get there. The cops get there, and then what happens?
So they arrest the guy. The guy was high. He was on PCP. He was just crazy. Actually, I talked to the guy's brother.
The guy who tried
the one that got the street justice, the one that got arrested. I talked to his brother, and he said that no, my brother, he wouldn't do that. He was just high. Okay, it doesn't make sense. So why is he pulling up, messing with, what I'm saying, these women, and like for what?
And when he pulled up and he said, "I want you,"
yeah,
he said that in front of everybody.
Yeah,
so everybody heard him.
Right, even when he got out and walked down and pointed to her, saying that, right. I want you. So, you know what I'm saying?
So they gave him the business. The cops come, they arrest him.
Right.
And what else? Like, what was found in the van?
I talked to the cop, but if you look at the video, you see some kind of, I don't know what it was, some kind of a box. Looked like a big box, and there were holes cut out in it. You see blankets on the floor. So I asked the cop, I said, so I went down to the police station next day. I talked to the officer who arrested the guy, the first one on scene. I'm not going to say his name, but I spoke with him. They called him off the street to come down to talk to me. So, we talked like a half an hour. And so he said, well, what can I tell you? So I want to know what happened. Like, what did you hear? Well, because I'm not the type of father, oh, my kid said this, so that's exactly what I'm gonna believe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I talked to several people that was there, and I spoke to the officer.
And to be clear, when we talk about your kid, your child, we're still talking about a grown woman.
Yeah, she's 35.
35. So
35.
It's not going to be a fabricated or
Right.
stretched out story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the officer, he said, I said, so what happened to the other guy? Why didn't you guys arrest him? He said, for what charge?
Yeah.
I'm like, stuck. I'm like, oh, wow, okay. I said, so what charges do you have on the guy that got arrested? He said, well, you know the van was stolen, so we got him for a stolen van and breach of peace.
Wow.
That's it?
I said, so I was stuck. Like,
So what
really?
constitutes an attempt
So
to adopt?
it's almost as if, and we see this, with law. It's almost as if you have to almost let a crime happen before they can put them charges on a person.
He pretty much said that. He said, well, he didn't actually physically grab her. So I'm like, wow, so she has to be hanging out of the van.
Or she has to be right from Greenwich.
Exactly.
Oh man, she would anything close to that is
Yeah.
from Greenwich. This would be on world news. You kidding me?
Yeah.
So
So how is your daughter now? How's she doing?
I mean, she's frightened. She's
Yeah.
frightened. She's trying to get, trying to move from out of there. And she's frightened.
She has kids?
Yeah, my granddaughter's 15. She's petrified. She don't even let the kids come out the house. Is life changing.
So this happened with you.
Yeah.
You called the brother, you told him about it. He said it happened to his daughter.
Yes, that's the guy. He was supposed to be here today. I don't know why, but he said I called him, told him what happened, and he wasn't saying anything. So I was like, yo, what's up? He said, man, I've been in the house all day, upset about the same thing. I'm like, why? What are you talking about? He said the same thing happened to my daughter last night on Welly Avenue.
Wow.
They tried to get a white van pulled up trying to snatch her. She was able to get away and run in the gas station. And they straight it off.
So now, yo, you also
You gonna say my name right, man.
Y'all,
Y'all, I don't know who that is.
I didn't say y'all, I said you.
Yeah. So, the brother is Dennis Wreck, and he's well known here in New Haven. It happened to his daughter. The incident that happened with my niece over in the Fair Haven, right off Clinton Avenue. The van jumped the curb, guys got out. They was actually pulling her in, trying to pull her in the van. And she was screaming, and her mother came out, her sisters came out, her brother came out and everything, and then they jumped, let her go, and then they jumped back in the van off the curb and took off. And I mean, it's like, well, it's not like, they're trying to front it off like it's not happening, okay? In this incident here where this, my brother right here, his daughter, the incident with her, and they actually physically have someone, and they have the vehicle, the van. What I seen was a box, a plywood box with holes in it. You know what I mean? For the holes are for, I guess, for the breathing or whatever. So
I don't know what else that would be for.
Ventilation, right? And covers all on the back, And the other gentleman, they have pictures of him. He has to be, I don't know if he's Spanish or Middle Eastern or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he looks of that, that culture, But, like I say, they're trying to front it off like it's not happening, okay? Throughout the United States, like I say, there's 64,000 women that they know of that are missing, okay? Take that number and double it, if not more, of the unreported ones that have gone missing.
Right.
And, like I say, and like I said in my live video when it happened to my niece, it's big business.
It's big business.
It's big business. And these people out here, they get the nice one that look real good, they keep them drugged up, and make them as sex slaves, and then the other ones, they are selling organs. They're selling organs.
Now I wanna go there because that's really what we were going to talk about a couple weeks ago. And I think a lot of times we associate human trafficking with just sex trafficking, and we kind of put the organ harvesting as a conspiracy.
Right.
No,
that's real. That's real.
There are too many incidences that I know I can pull up that I think Jenkins, I think his last name was Jenkins. The teen that was killed and wrapped up in a carpet or a rug
At school.
Yeah, at school, and then he was later found with missing organs. And there's been so many others, and 40%, even in Los Angeles alone, FBI records 40% of victims of sex trafficking are African Americans, and there's also reasons why, when it comes to sex trafficking, human trafficking, Black children are not in that conversation. We always think about, kids from Russia or, Asia or something like that. But there is human trafficking going on like crazy right here in Connecticut. We got to be mindful of that.
Not only that, see, and it's such a big business that I think a lot of people have this thing in their mind that they're looking for a white van and some white guys to jump out the van, and you're looking for the whole TV type of thing. Actually, it's such a big business that a lot of these people that are at the head of these traffickings are able to go, they will use people from your own community so they blend in and they look like you, and it's easier for them to maybe move throughout the community without being noticed to that degree. You know what I mean? So you gotta pay attention.
Hence the gentleman, they say he's on PCP. When the cops say he's on PCP, he's high. They will recruit some gentleman like that from the community, and so ride with me, you know what I mean? Because they're looking for a high or looking for a couple dollars,
just
whatever.
A few dollars,
they don't, they're not in their right mind. They don't care.
A lot of times it's black taking black, like the girl, the lady in Bridgeport last year. Trying to get that the other black girl. She was black. She got caught. The girl was able to jump out or whatever, but it's black taking black also. It's not just
Walmart thing.
Exactly.
Using an older woman who you think you would trust. She's trying to sell you perfume, and that perfume has something to knock you out and they're kidnapping you.
Exactly.
They're doing it in Uber cars.
Zip ties on the windshield. The windshield.
A lot of the movies we see on TV right now is not these movies.
No.
Not this movie.
There's a military guy they stole his organs. The police department. He went to jail for the weekend. He ended up dying out of nowhere. When his mother got his body, he was missing a heart. He was missing a lot of his organs. Why? And they couldn't explain it. And this guy from the military who went to jail for a simple misdemeanor that he had, and he ended up dead and organs missing. The cops are in on it too.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing nothing.
The business is big as far as for organs and even for melanin. There's even just talks and discussions that have been done, especially with Dick Gregory, rest in peace, who would talk about them trying to extract melanin from black people. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of these cases. So the one thing that I think is really important for everybody to understand is that whether or not you think this is a hoax, it's happening. So you're best just to say, you know what, I don't know for sure if this is exactly what's happening here in New Haven or here in Connecticut, or this is exactly how they're doing it. But I know that not just kids, but women, grown women, they're trying to snatch our queens up. You know what I'm saying? So I think,
and our brothers and our males too now. The organs are organs.
And as far as organs, absolutely. But also, human trafficking can look different ways. It's not always just we're gonna go and sell you to some rich billionaires who want to do whatever with you. If you have a 15, 16, 14-year-old girl who you're getting high, you're getting drunk, she's stripping. You are part of human trafficking, and she has been now used in the human trafficking, arena.
And for people that want to think that these things are so far-fetched, just remember, I believe the man. What was the man named? Jay Weinstein, who had the island.
Epstein.
I'm sorry. Epstein had it, and this is factual. This is absolute. This man had a whole island. This is facts for anybody.
And
to
another
look it
one
up.
he was
And
already building.
A whole island full of young kids, boys, girls, that people that had enough money are able to go to this island. Former President Bill Clinton been there how many times?
Yeah.
He's reported saying he's been there 26 times.
The Prince over in England. Yeah, man. He's trying to fund it all.
Come on, man. So these things is real. These things are real, and we need to wake up, open our eyes, man, and keep a presence of mind. We have to go back to being protectors of our villages.
I think also to your point of like with Epstein, you know, remember Sandusky was involved with that too.
Exactly.
Before that happened.
Right.
So a lot of the players that he had,
Right.
a lot of times that they go, oh, we're gonna bring you, you're gonna meet some, you know, really wealthy, powerful people.
Right.
You know, that was happening.
That can do something for you.
Right. And so
what they want to do, they want to sex you.
and the problem is we're looking for CNN to tell us this is the breaking story.
Never gonna happen.
And now this is happening so we can say, oh, it is real.
Right.
But we're at a time now, we got so much information, we need to own our independent way of getting our stories and getting our media.
Right.
This is stuff that they're not going to put, you know, and not to go too deep into this, but there was a news reporter, I forgot her name, she was on, not CNN, but another major news station, and she got caught speaking kind of behind the scenes, and she was saying that a couple years ago, she had all the information on Epstein and all these powerful elite people that were involved with human trafficking, etc. She had all of it, but the news network was threatened by the elites and told her, shut that down.
Kill the story.
Kill the story. And
so
now, so for 2 years, 3 years, you had people talking about this.
Right.
We weren't listening because we still want to say, nope, these corporations are going to tell us the truth.
Right.
It's time for us to stop being led by them and know that this is real, this is happening. We don't need it to be a major news story.
Yeah. What we have to do in our communities, we must stay vigilant.
Yes.
Okay? We need to let our children travel in packs. Okay? We need to drop off, pick up, you know, because this is real.
Absolutely.
You know, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, we're going to start losing children, you know, and we don't want to lose children. I didn't want to lose my niece, you know, but it's out there happening. And to what my brother said, you know, the white van thing now is out there.
Right.
Okay, that's out there. But they're in cars with black tinted windows, dark tinted windows, everything. And they're jumping out at anything now.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting brazen.
But it's
you know?
not just the street criminals. Everybody keeps talking about that. These law enforcement, these doctors,
Right.
being an organ donor is dangerous now too. You go into the emergency room because you're hurt, and they see that your organs save some rich kid's life.
Right.
They're letting
Right.
you die.
Right.
You can't prove that you can save your life.
Exactly.
It's not just the
You
people
just
on the
hit it
streets.
on the money.
It's the professionals.
She
Yeah.
did
It's not
because
safe to be an organ
you know,
donor.
back in the day, you know, it was that coroner.
I'm about to take that off my license.
Right.
It was that,
Me too.
It was that coroner.
Organ donor?
You know, it was that coroner.
I'm still one too. I'm
Listen,
taking it off.
it was that coroner. It was that funeral.
Right, they're all in
and all them,
cahoots.
and they're all in cahoots.
Yes.
Like I say, it's big business.
It always has been. The
It's big
kidneys,
business.
taking your kidneys, that wasn't just
Right.
stories made up.
Right.
Your kidneys is missing, you're put on ice when you wake.
Right.
It's been doing that.
Exactly.
You're going to parties, you're getting drugged up. Some kids are in on it. Hey, pay you this amount of money, get her drunk.
Right.
If
Leave the
any
rest
of
up to
you,
me.
if any of you want to know more about, in regards to what you're talking about, Grace, Harriet Washington has several books. One called Medical Apartheid. Several books on the racial disparities within the medical culture, medical field, and the fact that you have on your license
Right.
that you're an organ donor,
gives them the right.
it not only gives them the right, it also gives them the information. There are people who are hired
Exactly.
by powerful people to do the research and say, okay, we got a billionaire who needs a kidney in New Haven, Connecticut.
Right.
And here's the list of people. Well, this one is 35 years old, you know, felonies
If it's a match,
and all that.
if it's a
And
match,
if it's a match, the only problem is he's still alive.
He's still alive.
right.
What we gonna do about
They
that?
will get you.
This
Right.
is not far-fetched, and I
It's
think
not.
people really need to remove it out of their mind to think.
Super rich, been
That's
drinking,
movie stuff.
been
No,
drinking
it's
all
not.
his life. Got cirrhosis of the liver. Oh, here,
Super
we
rich.
need that.
We need that
We need
one.
that liver.
Yeah.
You know,
Nobody gonna think about
Come
him.
on, man. Come on, man.
So let's go to the vigilance let's go to the vigilance that we need to do. And you were running down the list, but I think it's important. And you know what? At this time, we're going to open up the phone line. So if anybody wants to call in, any experiences you've had, 203-562-9430. Let us know what you think about this whole situation that's happened locally, but also nationally.
Right.
But specifically here in Connecticut, we've had if you go on Google and put in human trafficking in Connecticut, look how many stories pop up just within the last 3 months of people being arrested for human trafficking.
It's not, and I think, you know, these people that are doing these things are taking advantage. They're taking advantage of our situations.
Yeah, we're gonna go on phone call.
I'll speak to that again soon.
We're gonna go on phone call real quick. 94.3. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we can. What's your name? Phoenix. How you doing, Phoenix? Thank you.
Right.
That's right.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Mhm.
Right. Hey.
Absolutely.
Right.
Go ahead, tell it.
That's
Hey,
right.
Phoenix, can I ask you? Hey, absolutely. Phoenix, let me ask you. What can I ask you? What area do you live in of New Haven? What general area? East Haven.
Okay.
East Haven.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, no, that's probably worse.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Phoenix, thank you so much for your phone call. I appreciate your insight.
And keep calling, keep checking moving target, baby.
And to piggyback off of what he said, more than the kids sticking together, we don't stick together.
Absolutely.
We don't look out for each other's kids anymore.
Absolutely.
It's, my kid is better than your kid. I don't want you
Right.
hanging with that kid. Or we don't teach our kids to back each other up. We're not backing each other up. So
Right.
it's easy for them to divide and conquer us because we're always at each other's throat anyway, jealous over each other, trying to be better than this one, taking from this one. If we stick together, they cannot come into our community and do this.
And
with
I
us.
was gonna suggest that too, that like really we need to bring back, like real talk, we need to bring back, you need to know who your neighbors are.
Right.
Because
Yes.
that whole stigma of not snitching, that whole culture of
Right.
don't snitch,
Come on.
that has divided us because they don't even understand what it is to not snitch. If you're not involved in a specific situation, then you're not snitching if you see something and you say something. So you need to know who your neighbors are, because I don't have no problem with it. I don't care where I'm at. If I see a bunch of, and I say all kids because I feel like it's a village. If I see all youth out here and they wilding and messing up, I'll break up a fight or I'll say something to try to calm a situation down. It has to go back to that without the other parent coming out and giving you hell for
And that's
messaging,
what
for
happens.
talking to their kids.
Everybody's getting defensive over their own kids. Oh, you need to lick her back. No,
Right.
you need to talk
This
to both those kids.
this could have never happened a generation ago.
No.
Never.
A generation or, I mean, 2 generations ago.
2 generations,
It could have never happened.
We're going to go to another phone call. 94.3.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? What's your name? Yvette. How you doing? Thank you. Thank you. So what would you like to what would you like to share to the conversation?
Go ahead.
Doing well, good. Yeah, I'm about to do that
Yeah,
immediately.
you need to do it.
Oh. Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh man.
That's a big
Yes, that's
That's
a
a
big
big
problem. Yeah, those Beats by Dre headphones, like you put those on, they suck the air out of everything.
It's called distracted walking.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, distracted walking. They're just not paying attention.
Yvette, let me ask you a question. So, when it comes to how late you have your daughter out, and I don't know if she's grown now, but even when she okay. Well, even when she was younger, how late did you did you let her out? Was she able to stay out past the street lights, or was it? Okay.
Right.
Because I think that was a concern too, is that I think we're letting our kids out way too
much
late,
freedom. Too much freedom.
letting them
Right.
do
Way too much.
whatever by themselves.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Mm, no doubt. Hey, the old school is where we were safer.
it
Old
works.
school works.
It
Right.
works.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Yvette. We appreciate you.
You
Oh, you as well.
And I brought that up. I brought that up, man. Is that that's one of the first things I started noticing was going wrong with our communities. Was I might be coming from whatever bar when I was going to the bars a lot, of clubs a lot, and when I started noticing the young kids out in the streets at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's one of the first things I noticed. I said, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like, why are these kids out? You know what I mean? It's like,
Do we have a 24 in New Haven? Do we have like a 24-hour youth center?
nope.
We really should.
And you have so many single parents, so it might not be that she's letting her kid out, but
Right.
she works and she gotta pay the bills, so she doesn't work overnight.
If
Right.
She
she's
might be a
doing,
nurse.
if she's
Right.
doing
but her kid is
11
out
to
in the
7,
streets.
She doing 11 to 7.
She
The
can't
kids
keep an
is
eye
going,
on
you know.
him.
And that's where the village come in. It's so important for the
Exactly.
village to come in
Right.
because
That's
back
where
in the day,
neighbors come
if I
from.
wasn't,
Yes.
if I wasn't within
Exactly.
the earshot of the ski week and I was seen somewhere, and they would say, "Mama would tell me if somebody say something to you, you better be respectful,
Yep.
and you better if an elder, not just somebody,
Right,
but if
right,
an elder
right.
tells you, you better not give them no lip.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Cause you getting it.
I'm gonna tell you, man. There's a few old people right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for them, man, because you know back in the day they whooped my butt. You know, and you know.
See,
I'm serious. You couldn't.
Can't
You
do
just
that now.
couldn't do that. And like back to your point, it's within our communities.
Yeah.
We got to, you know, be aware. We have to know who our neighbors are. You know who this kid's child, know this parents and everything. It's too much isolation.
Too much
Too
isolation.
much isolation. I mean, I'm over here, I'm doing my thing, yo. Leave me alone.
Right.
No.
Right.
until it happens.
See little Kevin
Until it
outside.
happens,
You don't go
your
and get little
family.
Kevin. You're
Exactly.
talking about him to
Exactly.
your friend. Like, yeah, she
Exactly.
she all that, but her son is doing X, Y. Help her son.
Help her son.
Right.
They don't. We
right,
talk about
right.
each other.
We about to go another phone call. 94.3. Oh yes. Do you had a lot of background noise? Are you able to get to a little quieter area? Oh, there you go. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm.
Sure is.
Mm. Yeah. It is.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
We gotta pray for them because the waiting list for organs has always been long.
Yes.
It's always been a long wait, you know.
Especially.
Right.
Yes.
Especially.
But and to let you know, yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
No, but so.
That's
so
a really good point.
We want to be specific too, and blessings for your mother. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. That's a really good point, though. Thank you so much. And we're praying for your mother too.
Yes, indeed.
That's right.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. Facts.
So,
Right.
Right.
That's the way it should have went.
No
That's
doubt.
right.
Thank you so much. All right.
blessing. So we want to be clear, but you know, we have people that honestly need organs and things like that, and they should be able to get it. But what we're talking about is these rich billionaire people. Can you imagine being in a hospital and a doctor pulls you to a side? You got the type of money that you know that can have, and the doctor pulls you to the side and say, "Listen, we understand that your father needed this kidney. Give me $250,000, $500,000 and just don't ask no questions."
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't have no money for funeral costs and all that. So
And-
you can take care of your kids and this.
And you don't have the money. See, it's not just the organ. It's the care that comes with the organ. It's the procedure that's actually going to happen. It's all these different things. So $250,000 sounds good when you could be spending $750,000 if it went down a certain way. And they come to you and say, "Yo, just don't ask no questions."
Right.
Then you know what I think will need to happen? I think there needs to be more information for us to know, okay, well, how do we now have better insight on what's going on with our loved ones in regards to their care? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So even with her mother, like, how do you make sure that you're not going to get a call out of nowhere, you know, and the organs are missing? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, how do you make sure that that's not happening? You
Well,
know?
and again, one thing we're talking about is how we're going to take care of our village, right? I think we started needing to raise more of our children to be these professionals. be these care professionals.
Exactly.
So I don't have to go to a hospital. I could go, you know, to one of these brothers who I know they raised one of their grandchildren is now becoming into what.
Right.
So I could go to them because as long as we deal with this system on every single level, it seems like people of color, as long as we deal with this system,
Right.
we're always gonna get the short end of the stick.
I know some good people when they were building the Alexia building over here.
Yeah.
Off the highway right there. That's a super biotech building.
Yeah.
Okay. They had went in, and to your point, they had went into Gateway over here
Mm-hmm.
and put in a curriculum so that, you know, inner city children, you know, just coming out of
I didn't know that.
just coming out of high school can go over to Gateway, get that learning,
Wow.
you know, and then get a job over here at Alexion, which, you know,
It's
the
multi-billion
other procedures have been, you know, go to college for 4 years and, you know, chemistry and all that, you know, but they changed the curriculum over here at Gateway just so people in the city could get those jobs. And like to your point, you know, that's what we need to do. We need to steer our children. Not even our children. I mean, the way I do, Woody Watt, they know me in New Haven, you know, from selling hot dogs and everything, but they also need my youth program, off the block, on the clock, you know. And in my youth program, I had what was called the Junior Astronomy Club, the telescope, and then the Junior Biotech Lab, which I had, you know, Yale students coming over, you know, doing, you know, volunteering their time and everything, Dr. Bellinger at Yale Pathology, and then just to spark the interest in these kids,
Right.
you know, and get them. I brought two doctors. Two doctors have done their thesis on me and my wife and I, you know. But yeah, we gotta, you know, gear our children towards these jobs, towards these careers, so we'll know, you know. Ain't nobody gonna tell us better than us.
Right. And to when Earl, you were talking about street justice, brothers and sisters, you know, I am not opposed to having our own street team to give whoever needs to get the business.
I'm already on
for
it.
violating our queens.
But we gotta make sure we're doing it to the right people.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
It
true.
can't, because
That's
some
true.
people just take it too far and they just assume and they just attacking people.
Right.
We
Yeah.
don't want it to where we're now putting ourselves in jail
Right,
for
right,
stupid
right, right.
stuff, and
Yeah.
then we're looking like
'Cause
crazy.
look what-
Nah,
Look
but
what
when you
It has
at
to
a
be
bus
done
stop,
organized and
right?
correct.
When you at a bus stop and this dude's coming for this sister,
Right.
don't turn your eye on.
Or pull out your
Right.
phone and record.
Right.
Pull out your
Right.
phone.
Right,
and
right,
record.
right. You
Let's
got
get busy.
You got to get involved now. You know what I mean? You got
Yeah.
to get involved.
And you ain't gotta beat him to a pulp. Hold him
just
down
like
to the cops get
What
him.
happened with
Okay, fine. I'm
with
gonna
his
beat
daughter?
you to a
Just like what happened with his daughter. Okay.
Yeah.
They gave him the business. You know what I mean? And so then he goes back to get information on what's going on, what's the investigation going down. It seemed like the police, we're gonna have sympathy on this man
And put them on blast.
because he got beat up. Because he knows, and you know, come on, man.
Why are we
It's-
hiding
it's-
who these cops are? Put
Come
them on
Yes,
blast.
yes.
Put
I
them
mean,
on,
I
say
know.
their name, say their precinct,
Like I
put them
say,
on blast.
and I'll say it again, it's big business.
No, it is.
And every time it's big business, it goes to the top.
So we're going to, you know, because we unfortunately we have to wrap up, and I
And we
know
would like to
people
see
are
our
calling.
current mayor speak out about this, please.
Right.
Yes, absolutely.
Awareness.
But
Before she leaves office.
But moving forward, you know, for everybody, you know, do not put anything out on social media downplaying these incidences. This is real. We need to be vigilant.
Yes.
We need to watch after our kids.
Yes.
Don't let your kids be roaming around. If you got to work, call somebody up. I don't care if your kid's 16, 17 years old. Yo, just, do you have a spot that he or she can come chill at? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or they just need to be home. You know what I mean? But we got to be mindful. You know, if somebody can create space, we can create space here to talk about all the things that we need to be more vigilant about. Maybe we need to refocus the whole community's attention on these abductions.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank y'all brothers for coming through. Thank you for everybody who's listening and calling in, and everybody who called in and gave your insight. Grace, thank you again for joining us. Hope to see you next week. Straight Talk It Out Radio, right?
Talk It Out Radio.
Talk It
on
Out
social
Radio.
media. This is Valerie.
All right. It's 94.3 WIBC's Moving Target.
Peace.
Chili and cheese.
Booty Wally.
Chili and cheese.
Yo, you gonna have to. If I had like a way to record sound bites, then I'll be like booty wop, wally and cheese, chili and cheese.
Legendary.
The legendary.
Yeah, but you know, it's that. I mean, but that's what it is. But you know, your families are spread apart, and this one, oh yeah,